This game was going along just fine. The pitch was playing okay, and all of a sudden the pitch said, what is match point going to do if I don't do something? There comes a short ball by Mohammad Shami. The incident is the second ball of the 36th over. Shami to Amla. For the second time in the game, Amla leaves the ball and he gets bowled. Daryll, Sanjay, both of you, quick reactions to what happened there.
Well, that was actually Rajkot bounce in Johannesburg. I think you can't fault the batsman for that first reaction. He sees a short ball, and there was actually a couple of bounces before that. So get into the batsman's head. Hashim Amla is thinking, okay, what are my tactics here? I'm going to leave the bouncer. I'm not looking to play it because you can't trust this pitch. So the moment he sees another short ball from Mohammad Shami, his first reaction, okay, I'm going to leave it in typical Amla style, in that picture that we saw right at the start. That's how he leaves it. Sort of goes down on his knees, drops his hand. And to his utter shock, the ball just didn't bounce and beautifully found its way onto the stumps in between all Hashim Amla and his hands and pads and whatnot.
There's an interesting thing that you brought up in one of the earlier shows as well, Daryll, about how one needs to play on a pitch which has bounce, which is as unpredictable as this. Why don't you take us through your vision of that?
Well, it's the story of Mark Waugh when he toured the West Indies for the first time, was faced with conditions like this against that pace attack where you were getting a lot of balls short, didn't have a good tour. He was trying to anticipate when it was going to come and often got it wrong. Decided on the second tour when he went there, right, I'm going to look to play at all times. And the ball got big on me, in other words, when it did take off, look to drop my hands. But the thought being, well, if I'm going to get out to this, rather let it be gloved or back myself, in fact, to get my hands out of the way. And that may be food for thought for the likes of Hashim Amla. He was beautifully set up though. I mean, Shami was definitely knocking them in. And in that time and moment, everyone will say he was unlucky, but the point about the illustrating the Mark Waugh story is something not only him but a few international players can bear in mind when they're faced with circumstances like this.
Now,
and if you look at where the ball is pitched, the batsman has made the right judgment, the initial one. It is pitched way down. You've got another actually vision to just confirm, because this clearly shows that it's short and it hasn't bounced that much. But when you look at the pitch map, and it's got all those measurements on it, and you see the halfway mark on the pitch as well, and it's pitched much before that. Have a look at this. It's halfway down, so this is a proper bouncer that Mohammad Shami has bowled. And my thing is that he reacted quickly to it. Easier said than done. He's seen the bounce. He said, I'm not going to be playing it. You felt that he was watching the ball.
Yeah.
I felt that he just left the ball and said, okay, I'm going to leave this one, and then maybe he just got an inkling that it's somewhere close to his body, somewhere close to the stumps.
Yeah, well, this is the one that Sanjay and me were having a quick a little disagreement on when we saw it. Because when I saw Amla actually look at the ball, and because he saw it, he put his hand down immediately, but he didn't connect the second bit, that the ball's not bounced enough so it could actually hit the stump and cover himself.
Well, I disagree with both you guys. Okay. I don't think he's watched the ball. I think he's seen...
I maintain the same. Yeah. He's not watched the ball.
Yeah. Out of the hand, he's seen it. And as a batsman, you can pick up those early signs. Shami's gone in and he's done this immediately. He's realized, hang on, I've got this wrong. He has a glimpse. By then, it's gone past him. There, no matter what the length, he's got to have been there. Who knows? Maybe it looked to play. It went underneath the bat.
Yeah.
But the other danger when you anticipate it being short and you go down and he turns slightly is the threat of being hurt. If that had come back, he's exposed. This side of his neck, the back of his head. So it's also a protection thing. I always felt, look, I'm not going to be too brave here. If I'm going to take it, there's no short leg. If it ends up there, how often do you in a season or in so many innings of a test match get out caught there? There was, it's not going to go there. Yep. I'd rather say, look, my gloves are a better option. Don't hit me here.